Welcome back to my channel. Today I am super excited for this video. I am going to do a full face of Kosas products, and I have a couple new products to try, including the tinted oil from Kosas. I've been meaning to try that one for years now, since it came out. And I also got some of the lip products from them and like a brow product. So if you guys are interested, continue watching. If you are new here, please subscribe down below, and let's put some of these products on. If you have been on my channel for any amount of time, you probably know how much I love Kosas, and there's just so many products that I use on my daily basis from them. So I'm really excited to try these new other products. I just put a moisturizer on my skin. I am just afraid to put any primer because the consistency of this product. This is like oil, straight up oil, and I did swatch it and it was just running everywhere. It was so liquidy. It had like just straight up oil. It didn't have any like substance to it. So I was like, okay, I'm just not even gonna bother putting anything because I think that oil will moisturize my skin good enough, and I'm just afraid that the oil will like not work with a primer. Anyway, long story short, another thing, I have picked up the wrong color. I've picked up the number shade 5, and I meant to get the shade 4. I want to see if the shade 4 was neutral undertone and this one was more warm, because I swatched this one and it looked pretty yellow. They're both golden undertones. So all right, I am going to shake this really well, and it says to shake it and put a couple dots on your fingers and then blend it into the skin. So let's see. Start with that. And it's very, very runny, like it's getting all in between my fingers. So we're gonna just apply it quickly before it goes everywhere. It feels just like an oil. I'm not seeing a ton. I'm gonna add a little bit more. Oh, I added maybe a little too much. It's literally going in between my fingers. It's so messy. I don't like that. It stresses me out a little bit. It's gonna go everywhere. Now, I do love a very natural skin. If you know, I love the Chanel water fresh fluid thing. I adore that product so much. And I assume this is kind of similar, except from water they add oil. It feels like that, at least. Okay, I don't see much. I see a tint, which is exactly what it claims to be. It doesn't claim to have a ton of coverage or anything. It feels still pretty oily. Like, I feel like if I touch it, it's gonna come right off. So I'm gonna try to blend it in, maybe just a little bit. And I know this product is just such a hit or miss. Many people absolutely love it and they think it's the best thing ever. And some people absolutely hate it. And it makes your skin look so textured and separates. But so far, I honestly don't see any separation. I don't see much coverage either. I feel like I still have some redness around here that I wish it was covered. Maybe just a little bit on my nose. I can see a little bit of the product, but besides that, it literally just looks like my skin. Like I just put an oil on and that's about it. It's not even as glowy as I thought maybe it would be, which is a good thing. I was expecting this to be an oily mess, but actually it looks nice. It doesn't look too oily. Okay, I'm not sure about this product yet. I feel like I still need time to see how it works with other products, how it sits on the skin. I think the color doesn't matter. I was a little scared that I got a color too dark, but the coverage is so light, and as long as you kind of get the undertone right, I think it would be it would be okay. So I'll come back to my thoughts about this product. I will say it's a little stressing, or like it stresses me out a little bit when I put the oil and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want it to go everywhere. So I just felt like I had to hurry, and I don't like hurrying when I put my makeup on. Moving on to an old favorite from Kosas, and that is their concealer. This is how it looks like. I think mine will be just a little bit too light right now. This is in 03, and I'm pretty sure it's just gonna be a little light. Oh, it may work. Now the only issue I have with this concealer is that I haven't been able to find a shade that I truly enjoy. It's just been so hard for me. Every single one seems to have too much yellow undertone, or it's just too light. So right where my skin tone is, I haven't been able to find a good undertone. I tried some neutral ones, which kind of looked a little gray on me. I like peachy undertones for concealers, but in my shade range, I haven't been able to find one that I liked. I tried 3.5, I think 3.75, I don't even remember. But I tried, I think, 4 different colors, and none of them worked perfectly. Enough with that. Let's put it on. It is the most beautiful product. It sits so amazing under the eyes. It gives you a good medium coverage, and yeah, it's so beautiful. I love it like a lot. Let me bring it a little bit here to cover some of that redness. And I'm gonna take this Rare Beauty brush. It's so good. Is it Rare Beauty? I'm pretty sure it's Rare Beauty. Kind of looks a little bit like the Fenty brushes as well. You can definitely use your fingers with this concealer. Yeah, it works so well. I think the strength of this concealer is that it looks like skin. It doesn't look heavy. It blends in super fast, as you can tell, and it looks like skin under the eyes. It just melts into the skin, and I find that to be one of the most flattering things for a concealer. I want it to look like skin. I want it to give me a little bit of coverage. Honestly, I enjoy a pretty good coverage under my eyes, but what I do, instead of putting a really heavy concealer, I always color correct. So even with this one, I would probably color correct before I put this on. Again, just because I really like to look like there's no dark circles, but I don't want full coverage. I hope that makes sense. And it looks flawless under the eyes. It looks like I have nothing. So this is how the concealer and foundation look together. I was a little scared that the concealer, the consistency with the oily foundation consistency wouldn't work together, but I think they do. I don't see any separation. And yeah, the concealer looks nice. The foundation looks nice. I think the foundation's growing on me. I just felt like I didn't really see much initially, but I think now that I have the concealer on, I see that it looks nice. The skin looks just nice. Moving on to my absolutely most favorite product from Kosas, and that is this beauty right here, their powder. This is the Cloud Set powder in the color Breezy. I broke my packaging, but I use this almost every single day. It's my all-time favorite powder. It does not look like powder, but somehow it's smooth. It calms down the shine if you have any, but somehow it lets the glow shine through. It's a little bit more than the Dior No Powder powder. That one, I think it doesn't give me quite enough not, I wouldn't say covers, just it doesn't set my under eyes quite as much as I would like to. That one I really like all over the skin, almost like a finishing powder. But this works so well for me. I love it. Absolutely obsessed. My all-time favorite product from Kosas. So I'm going to take my Wayne Goss powder brush, and I will powder under the eyes first. And then I do think I'm going to, I don't know, should I take it all over? This oil foundation's just messing with me. I don't know what to do with it. I do think I will powder everything because I feel like that Kosas bronzer may not work well. I don't know. I'll put just a little bit of powder. Okay, I powdered everything, and I feel a little bit better. I feel like hopefully that bronzer will not cling to everything. Talking about the bronzers, let's move on to the Kosas bronzer. I have mine in the shade medium, and it is very warm, and it has a bit of a red undertone, and it is glowy. It has a sheen to it. If you do not like a sheeny bronzer, run far away from this one. But I adore this product. I don't love it in the winter time. I think it's just a little bit too much, but in the summer I love putting it just all over, on my chest, all over my face. I think it bronzes me up, and it just makes me look like I just walked out of the beach. So I really enjoy this product. I think the texture is so beautiful. It blends in really smoothly, and I really enjoy it. I know this is not the first time I'm talking about this product. I've used it on my channel quite a bit, so you guys know how I feel about it. So I'm gonna start bronzing. They don't have like a contour or anything like that, which I'm fine with. I don't need a contour all the time. But see how beautiful that looks. I love it. I like the tone of this. Again, only in the summer. I do think I want to pick the shade light for winter because I think this is just a little bit too warm, too reddish. If you can see there, I could almost use this as a blush as well, just because it has that undertone. Now I feel like my under eyes are a little bright, so I'm literally just bringing it here as well. Slightly, barely anything on it, but I just want to just blend it in. I don't want to have this super bright under eye. And I'm also going to take it right here because the shadows that we have from Kosas, you'll see they're super liquidy, and I think this makes a really nice base. All right, this is the bronzer. I love it. I love it so much, and I love the finish of it. I love the way it makes my skin look. And yeah, it's definitely not for everybody. Like I say in every single video, you have to love a glowy base, a glowy bronzer to enjoy this one, but I do. Moving on to one of the first things that I've ever bought from Kosas, and that is the blush and highlighter duo. These are amazing. This is how they look like. They're cream. I don't have the powder ones. I just have the creams because I love creams. So I have two colors. This is 8th Muse, and this is Tropical Equinox. I think that's the word. And yeah, they're both cream product. They are absolutely stunning, extremely emollient, and I love them. I love the highlighter. This is the 8th Muse. You can see it's like definitely more mauve-y pinky. And this, I would say, is my favorite, Tropical Equinox. I hope I'm saying it right. So this is how they swatch. Again, this is 8th Muse, and this one's the tropical one. And yeah, they're just great, extremely emollient. and I just love the way they sit on the skin. They give a beautiful flush to the skin and a glow. They are, I would say that they are, I wouldn't say waxy, but they are very creamy and emollient. But throughout the day, I don't find an issue with them. I don't feel like my hair catches on them or anything like that, but you definitely get that sheen from that texture. There's no like glitter in here. It's just the actual texture that makes your cheeks glow. So for today's video, I'm definitely going with this one because it is my favorite. And the way I apply it is honestly with my fingers. I really like both the products equally. So I will take the blush with my fingers. And again, it is that texture that it's extremely emollient. And just press it into the skin. You can definitely use also a brush, a synthetic brush. It spreads it out so nicely. Isn't that so beautiful? And it like took me no time to blend that out. So beautiful. Okay, my left fingers are not as strong, so I'm gonna swap. It's like I need to work out my left hand. And that's the blush. I'm gonna build it up just a little bit more because you know, I love blush. And you can definitely build these colors up. And I'm gonna show you how it works with a blush brush as well. So I have this synthetic brush from Real Techniques. I'm picking up a little bit. I want to just intensify this. And it's so easy, it blends in by itself. Moving on to the highlighter. This one, I'm definitely gonna take it with my finger and tap it. I don't really recommend dragging this, any of these, because the texture is so emollient that it may move your foundation underneath. Not that my foundation has that much coverage right now, but overall, you kind of want to be wary about that. And that is this beautiful, beautiful duo. I would say that this is one of those products that's like your everyday product. I wear it when I don't want to wear a ton of foundation or a lot of just makeup in general. You could just have, you know, one of these, pop it on your cheeks, use some of the highlighter, and then you can use it as a lipstick as well, like a lip gloss. It's so beautiful and it stays better than you expect. You'd think that with this texture it's gonna move around, but I haven't had a problem with that. So loving it. I think my base looks so good and fresh. I wish I had a corrector under my eyes, but that's about it. Moving on to the brows. I have never tried anything that's brow related from Kosas, and I know that it came with a whole brow collection not too long ago. I did pick up the gel, the tinted gel liner in brown black, and I just was intrigued to see how it will work for my brows. I really like the packaging. I think it's really cute. And I was tempted to pick up the liner, the eyebrow pencil, but I don't really use those that much. After my Gucci one, that's pretty much what I use. But I do like brow gels because many times I just put something like this just in my eyebrow and that's about it. So let's see. This has a tiny applicator, which I think it's nice. I like when they are not too big. So let's try this on. I do find that it's very easy to control this, and I do like the way it shaped my brow so fast. So that is with the gel and without. Doesn't that look so good? Okay, I'm impressed. And I will say that I see the brows separated. It's not like this chunk of color through my brows. I actually feel like it really separated the brow hairs. So one thing about this product that I've noticed is that you put it on and it kind of sets, and you can add more product and it almost builds onto that product, and you can get quite nice defined brows. This is my wonky brows. I feel like maybe I added a little bit too much down there, but that looks so good with just this, and I barely did any work. I am so impressed. I just kind of didn't even want to purchase this. I just purchased it for the video, but I am so glad I did. That looks so good. All right, moving on to the eyes. I have these Kosas 10-second eyeshadow. Honestly, I've had these for a very long time and I've used them ever since. I love them. I know they just kind of became popular not too long ago, but these are so good. They are weird. I'll show you that. This one just looks like water. Like there's water in there, but you have to kind of shake it and it kind of all comes together. It's still very watery, so if you just open it and turn it, the product will come out. But they have different textures, different finishes. This one is the color Globe and this one is the color Element. So Element was the first one I ever bought and I loved it so much. I would just do this all over the lid, and then I wanted to try also a metallic shade, and that's when I got the Globe. Now the way you put these on is kind of weird. You kind of put them on your eye, and then I take a synthetic brush like the Real Techniques ones. I find that these brushes go so well with that. I struggle with my fingers. You can definitely do it, but I definitely recommend a thicker brush that actually blends in the product. So I'm trying to think if I should put both or just one. I think I'm gonna put both. I'm gonna start with the matte one. This is the color Element, and I'll swatch it here for you. This is how it looks like. It's actually, is it matte? No, it definitely has a sheen to it, but it's not glittery. So that one is the color Element, and I'll swatch the color Globe. This one definitely has a little bit more sheen, like sheen sparkly to it. It's not too much though. So those are the two colors I have. I'm going to start with Element all over the lid, and then I'm going to put the color Globe just in the center and to just brighten up the look a little bit. So I already shake this. Maybe I should get a smaller mirror. So I'm going to take a little bit of this and put it all over the lid. And you know, with this, if you over blend, it kind of goes away. So I just recommend doing it in layers, just building this product up in layers. You don't want to, it's a little tricky, but once you get it, you get it. It's not that complicated, you know. It just looks kind of scary. And then I take a fluffy brush and just blend this out. Again, this is a Real Techniques brush. And see how nice that blended out. I'm going to take a little bit right under the eye as well and smoke it out. These do blend in so fast, and once they set, they will be there all day long. I don't have issues with these creasing. It's just such a unique formula, and it's very innovative. And you can definitely build up this color to make it just a little bit more intense but I am actually going to get the shiny one, the sparkly one, and build that one in the center. And this one I will use my finger to push it in. And I'm gonna bring it up a little bit. The camera keeps focusing on this. I'm having issues with that. That's why I have to use a smaller mirror. Let's try this again. And I'm gonna keep building this product to get it to the intensity that I want. I'm gonna take this also on my lower lash line, and this one, this color by itself really does look beautiful as well. Just gonna brighten this area as well. All right, this is the eye look. I love it. It's so fast, so easy. You could definitely just use one of these colors all over, or you can mix and match. They have some fun blue colors as well, and I'm enjoying it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put mascara on. I don't have their mascara. I already purchased a couple mascaras, so I didn't want to open new mascaras. They just gonna go to waste. So I'm gonna put that, and I'll be right back to talk about the lips. Okay, so that's how the eyes look like with mascara. I used the new Rare Beauty mascara, and I'm really liking it. I think it holds the curl real well. It separates the lashes. I did have to put like 3 good coats to get it this voluminous. Is that a word? Yeah. And I like it. Okay, moving on to the lips. I got this mini set. This is called the Wet set, and it has 3 colors. It has the color Unzipped, Unhooked, and Unbuttoned, and they're mini wet lip oil gloss. Okay, I personally do not love like lip glosses and lip oils and things like that. I prefer definitely a more of a powdery matte finish, but these are tiny, and I do think here and there I would enjoy them. I am going to line my lips. I know I always do it. I just feel like my lips are like one with my skin. They're so not pigmented that it needs something. So I'm gonna put my Makeup Forever Anywhere Caffeine on. Okay, I added very, very little of this just on the outside to kind of see where my lip stops. And then let's swatch these. This one right here is the Unbuttoned. So that is the color Unbuttoned. That does look pretty. It's such a beautiful color. Next one is Unhooked. That one right there is Unhooked, and I would say that has a little bit more of a cool tone in it. Both beautiful. And the last one is Unzipped. I think because they said lip oil, I was expecting these to maybe be a little bit more oily, but they feel like a gloss, at least on my hand right there. So this one is just a really pretty, a bit of a shimmery finish. Okay, somebody's calling me. So those are the 3 colors. I think I'm going to put the color Unbuttoned. I think that's definitely my vibe, and maybe I'll put the shimmery one right in the middle. That's actually beautiful. Wow. Wait, did I get the wrong one? Oh yeah, I did get the wrong one. I did get the Unbuttoned. Okay, I wanted to put the other one. We'll put the other one on top. Unhooked. This one on the top is the one Unhooked. So Unbuttoned is on the bottom, Unhooked on top. Very similar. Okay, I really actually love this formula. It really made my lips very smooth, kind of covered all the lines, and juicy. I want to put the last one on too. Why not? Unzipped. This is more of a see-through glittery one. And put it right there in the center. This lip formula is actually so comfortable. It feels like an oil, a thicker oil, but it's not sticky. Like I don't feel like my lips are sticking together at all. I may actually really enjoy this and wear this more often because I think it looks nice. It smoothed my lips and it's just a really good feel. I'm glad I got the minis though, because I really don't go through lip glosses that often and it's just nice to have the option. So this is the full face of Kosas. I really like it. I think it looks very fresh, skin-like, glowy. There's no harshness to it. I would say the biggest harshness or the most intense part is the eyes, but even that has almost like smudgy look to it. It's not this perfect eyeshadow and it has like nice dimension to it. So I'm loving this. I'm loving everything. Even that foundation, it hasn't separated yet. I will leave in the description box if anything changes. I can't do a full day wear test, but so far it looks nice. I know that there's reviews, they're saying it looks so good for an hour or two and then it just completely separates. So I will, if that happens, I will definitely leave just information about this under there. I will say that I wish I had a corrector under my eyes. I think I'm just so used to having a corrector in general that when I don't have, I'm like, ooh, I think I see some darkness under there. And this Kosas concealer is definitely not a full coverage. I would consider this more of a medium, but I do love how it looks overall. So what are your thoughts? Do you have any Kosas products? Have you tried any Kosas products? I know I just love the brand overall. It's a clean brand. And so far, every single thing that I've tried, I absolutely love. The biggest surprise I would say is this brow product. I think it looks so good. And also the lip. I enjoy the lip more than I thought. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down below which one was your favorite product that I tried. Which one was the one that like surprised you the most. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.